If you want to ask, I mean,
Are you gonna embarrass me with your answer?
I don't know. Depends on what. Depends on if you ask. We'll see.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
I'm
Okay.
gonna save it for the camera then. Yep, I'm gonna save it. Let's see.
All right. Make sure you're talking to the mic too.
Talking to the mic.
Thank you. See how the waves? We need those waves.
We need the ocean waves.
All right. Here we go. And let's clap first for a sync.
Oh, I thought we was.
No, this is for the sync. So
You said clap, not applause.
Yeah,
My
so I
bad,
can
I'm sorry.
sync the audio and the video. All right.
Bloopers.
3, 2, 1. Life is like a basketball game. Sometimes you're up, other times you're down. Opponents and adversaries coming at you left and right. However, it's not the challenges you face that define you. What defines you is how you play the game. And I play to win. Welcome to my world, Carlton's world. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Carlton's World. I am Carlton, and I am here with my friend, Jules. She's in the building. She's in Carlton's World. Carlton's World bubble. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. We just got back from the fair, y'all.
We did.
Yes, it's hot outside.
Hence the glow.
It's hot, but it was a good time. We got to eat some fair food, and we got to walk around. I think walk around 3 times. 4?
I think it was 4.
4 times? Yeah. So we got our steps in. So
it was 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had cut through the middle on the last one.
Yes. So we got our walk in. I got my typical fries that I always get, and I got my fried Oreos, and I got my bottle of Coke to go with it. I have not had that type of food in a while, so I heavily enjoyed it, and yeah.
We know you did because you whipped out that Ziploc bag.
Yes.
You did.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So I always get 2 rounds of fries, and when I first walk into the fair, right before I leave. So this go around, and I always bring a bag. Mm-hmm. I learned my lesson from years past because they give you the little flimsy cups, and the fries fall off, and it's a waste of food, and that really irritates me.
Absolutely.
So I always bring a Ziploc bag with me to eat with my fries. So this year, I was going up to the thing, and I said I wanted 2 cups of fries. 2 little cups of fries. And so the guy was like, hey, do you want me to put it in a basket instead? It'll be the same price. Because they're $5 a piece. I said, yes, of course. I don't even have to use my bag now because you're giving me a basket. I appreciate you so much. $10. Cool. So then we walk around, do our laps. So I go for my last thing of fries before I leave. It's a different guy this time, but I'm assuming this is the same process. You're the same company. You have on the same blue shirts.
Same booth.
The exact same booth. So I go and I say, hey, I want 2 orders of fries, but can I get them in the basket? This man says, out $20. First of all, you have to give you the accent. First of all.
Yeah, you definitely went East Coast.
First of all, first off, the fries used to be $2.50. $3.50 at the most. And now they're $5. So you're telling me this first guy gives me the basket for $10. You're telling me now it's $20 for the same amount of fries that I got last time? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Carlton whipped out his bag and said, no, thank you. Give me the 2 cups of fries for $10. I'm just going to use my bag. And he was so amazed by me putting it in the bag. I'm like, listen, sir.
Because he said it was a good idea. It is.
But I mean, that's what you have the baskets for. Like, yeah. You're not paying. I'm not paying $20 for that.
Because those little baskets, I use them for my hot dog business, right? They're super cheap. They're like, I bought a box of 1,000. It was like $20. They're cheap. So there's no reason he should charge you $20. You're not getting more fries.
You're not.
You're still asking for the 2 cups, but you just wanted them dumped in the thing. Exactly. So now you're going to charge me $10 for this diner basket? You better go away, sir.
Yeah. I put out that zip. Like, you know what? Matter of fact.
He said,
this is the Ziploc bag.
It still got some salt in there and vinegar and everything. He gonna rinse it out so he can go back tomorrow.
Period. This is the bag that I use because I was like, no, thank you. I am not paying $20 for a basket that I just got for $10 not too long ago. Is you mad? Is you crazy?
He probably was a little bit. Probably was not all there.
Yes. So on the pod, I've talked about a couple of things. This episode, we're just gonna be talking about a smorgasbord of things. Matter of fact, this episode's title is gonna be called Smorgasbord,
because that's what we do.
We're gonna talk about a plethora of things. So we talked about stuff. Me and Sa, we used to do this thing called reality.
Yes, I remember.
I think one did like 2 episodes.
We did. You know what? We need to put it in syndication.
But because we at one time had this infatuation for reality television, it was one point in time we were both trying to be on reality TV. We were trying to sign up for Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta.
And you tell the people the brilliant idea that I gave you.
It was not brilliant.
Shot it down.
Not brilliant.
No, tell them.
It was not brilliant. I will tell you, Sa came to me with the ridiculousness of trying to get Deb Atney to be our manager. And if she's watching this, she's probably gonna clown me because I don't have a lot of views on my YouTube page yet. But she'll be like,
we would have had him had we signed with Deb Atney.
I'm gonna pass. I'd rather struggle.
It would have been a great look for us.
So I wanted us to try to get a meeting with Deb Atney for her to be our manager. And
she's only 2 hours away. We could have drove up there.
I'm good.
You know what, Deb? If you're watching this,
she's not watching.
Hit me up. My email is sajules16@gmail.com. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to get on. I don't want to be on Love and Hip Hop. We can come up with something else.
I don't think y'all will work good together, to be honest. I know you. I know you. I don't think so.
What you trying to say, friend?
I'm just saying I know you, and I don't think y'all personalities would mesh to a conducive working relationship.
Maybe not closely, but
so how's she supposed to be your manager if you're not working closely? I'm confused.
I mean, like, I don't want to see you every day and talk to you every day because I'm very much an introvert. I very much like to be in my home.
Okay.
And with my phone turned off.
Okay.
But you know, like a couple times a week, yeah, we can do it. Come on, Deb. Come on, Deb. I live 2 hours away. You want to drive here? You want me to come to you? Because I'll do it. I'll drive there. I come near the city all the time. You know what I mean? I can do it.
So yeah. So originally we were trying to get on these reality shows, but I recently just did a video about the Housewives franchise, the ones I actually do watch. We have talked about Housewives. Sa doesn't watch it anymore.
No, because they're stupid.
I still regularly watch them. I don't do the Love and Hip Hops anymore. I did release myself from that because I just couldn't do it anymore.
It don't be no Love in the Hip Hop.
It's not.
It's definitely not no Love in the Hip Hop.
It's not. It's a lot of all of them are now. It's a whole bunch of manufactured mess.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And every season they come back looking just a little altered, don't they? You know what I mean?
Just a tad.
Because I'm gonna say it because I said it in the car.
Go ahead.
And I'm not scared of her.
Go ahead.
Because all them other seasons, she had the big gums, and now she done got rid of the big gums and got the big teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking
about. You
about.
want me to say the name?
Go ahead.
It's Bambi.
If that's what you want to say.
It's the Bam.
If you want to.
It's the Bam.
Y'all, you gonna have these people jabbing me on my page? They gonna be like, with them little views, you talk about these people.
But they gonna talk about me. Look at her. She need a retwist. Oh, nappy locks. Well, that's the purpose of them, darling. They're supposed to nap up. Thank you. Hallelujah. Why she got on the love shirt? She ain't showing no love. Yes, I am. I shouted her name out, didn't I? Yes. Because you know what it is?
What is it?
You may only have like 200 or 300 views.
I don't even have that.
But you know what? I'm big upping you.
I appreciate.
You know, we're speaking it into existence.
I appreciate it, friend. I appreciate it.
And those 200 or 300 people wouldn't have known who the Bam was without us. So we just brought her new fans. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna go to her non-existent concerts. But you know what I'm saying?
I can't.
We're gonna do it.
I can't. I cannot.
Let's talk about Diamond.
I cannot.
With the purple hair, who swears she has so many fans. Baby, you have fewer views than I do, and I'm not even on YouTube. Let's go. Next.
Yeah. So I mainly was talking about Housewives in the last video, and we talked about the difference, mainly Atlanta and Potomac. Me and you were talking about Atlanta and Potomac, and we're talking about again, Sa doesn't watch, but she sees the clips on TikTok. We talked about the whole Monique and Candace of it all.
Yes.
And the Robin of it all. and the Giselle of it all and all that good stuff.
The Jezebel. She's a Jezebel.
Listen.
Because she lied on Chris.
She absolutely.
She lied on him.
Absolutely. So we're going to, first of all, let's get into the Monique and Candace. So what I said was last week, but in the last pod, I said that even though I necessarily didn't think Monique was right in fighting Candace, however, I do understand where Monique's mindset was, because again, everybody doesn't do all the yin yang. Everybody doesn't do all the talking. Absolutely. A lot of times, your words can spark that type of reaction to where people basically they live by street code.
Yeah.
You talk ish, you get hit.
They live by street code. Some people have PTSD, right?
Mm.
So if I was on the receiving end of verbal abuse that turned physical, right? Now I'm in fight or flight mode. So I'm going to go into protection mode, because if I have PTSD from that and you're japping off at me, I'm going to hit you, because historically, when somebody japped off at me, they beat me. So you just never know. Like, you can say stuff, but you got to know when to shut up. And Candace Dillard does not know when to shut up. And she always makes excuses. I use my words. Well, you didn't use your words when you pulled that knife on Ashley.
Uh-oh.
Now, did we? But she wants to skate past that all the time. So you can't want Monique to be thrown off the show because she threw a drink on you, and whoever else. And everybody else rallied behind that too. Like, no, that's unacceptable. But nobody said it was unacceptable for Candace to pull that knife out on Ashley. Butter knife or not, I don't care.
Also, too, I know you have been watching, but also it's the same situation with Mia and Wendy. Mia threw a whole drink on Wendy.
Yes.
And, like, nobody, like, Robin and Giselle was like, well, Wendy shouldn't or whatever. But it's like, that's the same situation y'all were talking about with Monique and Candace.
They said they didn't like Wendy, so that's why they don't care.
I know.
Yeah,
that's horrible. That's horrible. So, with that being said, we talked about Robin. Oh, I will say this to piggyback off you. I was saying that even and during that time, I was more so leaning on Monique's side. Now, presently, I grew to like Candace only because I definitely don't like Giselle. And I didn't like the way that, again, Giselle was trying to weaponize and basically lied on Chris. She weaponized whatever happened or what's going on for a storyline. It's obvious. Yeah. Giselle has nothing going for her.
She ain't got no man. Nobody wants her.
She has nothing going for her of any substance. Nobody's, except that podcast. I'm not going to say nobody's listening to it because she got more viewers on the podcast than I do. But only because she's a name.
That's because she's on Bravo. That's it. That's it. Because nobody bought her. What did she have? A skincare line?
She had was it skin? No, it was makeup.
Yeah, because nobody buys it. Nobody buys it. She don't even use. Giselle can't dress.
She's got a lot better though. Like I said again,
I got more men sitting behind me than Giselle has ever had on the reunion.
I can't with you. I cannot.
I said it.
I cannot. But I was saying was the way she again the way she did lie on Chris, and again she was like basically trying to talk, like she was changing her words or just different, whatever she was doing. I started to like Candace, and I really started to rally behind her. What I said I wanted was what I know Monique said she's not coming back, and Candace announced she's not coming back. I would have liked. First of all, I said I want, even if this is beyond the show, because again I told y'all while I'm watching the other ones, and you could tell Monique and Candace genuinely had a love for each other. It was a genuine relationship, and from what I'm watching, Giselle saw a little, because they had a disagreement. Yeah. Giselle saw that, and she exploited it. She saw that as an opportunity to split them up, because Giselle never liked Monique from jump.
Robin.
For no reason. For no reason. Because
no, it was a reason. It was because Monique came into the show established with her husband, a loving marriage at the time, and they had multiple properties. She had what Giselle wanted. And that's why she doesn't like her. Anybody that Giselle deems as more successful than her or prettier than her, because Monique is beautiful.
Monique is very beautiful.
She instantly has an issue with them.
That's what Kendra said. We were talking about it. We was talking about that. We was talking about Monique. because she's doing it to Wendy now. Because Wendy's beautiful. She's successful, 4 degrees, doing all this great stuff, and Giselle can't stand it. Yeah. And then now it's like it seemed like because her and Candace, of course, are not getting along. Candace and Giselle. So now it's like Giselle has flipped on Candace. Now Candace, and take it whether you like her or not, Candace is definitely doing stuff. She has a music career that she's doing. She's acting. She's definitely acting. She has other stuff. These women, Monique, Wendy, Candace, they don't need the show.
They don't, because they had success before the show.
So once the show, if they step away off the ends, they will be fine. Yeah. We didn't know who Giselle Bryant was until this show happened. We knew who Jamal Bryant was.
Pastor Holy Whore. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Yes, I did.
We knew who he was, and we knew he had a wife, but we didn't know Giselle until this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Giselle needs this show. Because what Giselle isn't doing, she's not being smart. She's not being like Candy Burrs Tucker. She's not allowing this. She's not using this show as a platform to catapult her beyond when this show ends.
She's not.
She's being messy. She's being what people are saying the producer's pet.
She's being an old hag is what she is. She's a bitter old hag. And notice how she has an issue. So they brought up the colorism thing, you know. She has an issue with the women that are darker than her, that are doing better than her. Do you see that? Because it's Candace, it was Monique, it's Wendy. Like, that's just, but you ain't got no issue with Robin. Why? Because you know Robin's life is a hot mess with Juan over there. And your house for a while was bigger than Robin's, because Robin was living in that little townhouse because you know they lost their friend had stole their money or whatever.
Right.
So the only reason why Giselle is friends with Robin is because she feels like she's doing better than her. At least my man ain't out here cheating on me all over, and I done married him and da 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 da. But like, come on now.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what that friendship is.
And speaking of Robin, of course, she talked about she was fired.
Yeah. Where's the applause button? Because I was tired. Juan was cheating every season. We're doing the same thing. You don't want to talk about it.
The one thing I did say that I did applaud from her was that she was honest that she was fired. Because, you know, most of the times when these girls get fired, I shouldn't say girls, when these women get fired, they're like, well, you know, I'm stepping away because I want to pursue other things.
And don't pursue nothing. we never hear from them or see them again.
So, yeah, I do applaud her for her honesty. I wish she was this honest when it came to her marriage and her relationship with Juan.
To her storyline.
Yeah, because
she was not honest or open.
Absolutely. And the thing, like I said again, I told you I'm watching it from the beginning, and she is so messy. Robin is so messy. She's so involved in everybody's relationships and problems. But when it comes to her and that Juan Dixon, and how he playing in her face, she's oblivious to it. Like, she's like, I can't see it. I don't know what's going on. She's trying to act like this whole, like, her, I don't know. She's a messy, fake person to me.
She is. And she said, I believe everything that Juan Dixon says to me.
Please, girl, bye.
Juan Dixon is spreading the DIX all over the place.
Not the DIX.
Yeah, because I didn't want to cuss.
I mean, I'll just put the explicit on the pod episode.
I didn't want you to blurt that out, so that's why I spelled it DIX.
Okay.
Because his last name is Dixon.
So nice play on words. Nice play.
Because I'm a poet. It's what we do, baby. You already know.
I love it. Nice play.
That was good, though, wasn't it?
No, that was.
Yeah.
That was. I ain't gonna lie, because I didn't catch it at first. I was like, okay, maybe she's just abbreviating that word.
No, I got that. Catch the dirt. Catch that dirt. Ain't that what one of the husbands said on Married to Medicine? He said, catch that dirt. It was, what's the one with the big teeth, the loud one?
Why are you doing this? Not Big Teeth and
Not
Loud.
Jackie.
Talking about Dr. Simone.
Yeah, her husband. On one of the seasons, he said, catch that dirt. I love him. Cecil. That's his name. Cecil. Cecil is funny.
I'm going to do a pod about, you have to come back. I said I was going to say Married to Medicine for its own pod. I just focused on Housewives for that last one. We'll do one about Married to Medicine.
That's cool. I just wanted to say catch that dirt. That's where I got that reference from.
You don't want to come and talk about Married to Medicine?
Oh, we can. But I was just saying, like, we don't, okay.
I got you. So that was that with Potomac. That's what we talked about that. Again, we talked about Atlanta.
Potomac, real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, this probably wouldn't work, but I don't care about those ladies. I just want to see a spinoff with Karen. I love Karen.
She had one. What, a little special? Did you watch the special?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I mean, I want to see something like this continuous. I don't want to see a special. Karen is so funny. I love her.
Y'all should have supported her special. Then maybe she would have got a spinoff.
But see, the thing about it is I don't watch Potomac, so I didn't know about the special.
Got
I don't follow anything. If the clip don't come up on TikTok, I don't watch it. You know what I mean? I don't know anything. So, but I'll go find it. Is it out there somewhere?
It may be on Peacock.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for it.
It's like called Karen's Fan Reunion or Surrey County. It was a 2-episode special.
Cause I love Karen. She be, oh my gosh, she be getting people together. I love her. She's so funny. Yeah. And she looks good with the short blonde wig.
My mom said that.
That was so cute. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't like her at first. I didn't like her on the first season. But I definitely grew to love her. I love the Grand Dame. Yeah. I would love to like just sit and talk and laugh with her. I feel like she would just have me rolling the whole time.
Oh my God. And going off wine. Because Karen be going off that wine. And I said I don't care about the other girls. I do like Wendy. I like Wendy.
Oh yeah, Dr. Wendy is everything.
So yeah.
I love Dr. Wendy. So what do you have?
Wait, real quick. Because Karen, I love you. But you know, Karen's wigs, you know what vibe she gives me?
What vibe does she give you?
From season 1 to now, it's like the Nene Leakes progression of wigs. That's kind of what it gives me. Because Nene's wigs are so fire now. But remember when Karen first started, you couldn't find a part. Or Kim Zolciak. Her stuff was synthetic at first. And then Sheree tugged it. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So speaking of Atlanta, do you have any thoughts about this? Again, I know you don't watch it, but this Sweet 16. Because right now,
I don't think it's gonna be sweet.
Right now, we just have that has been confirmed. It's only Portia and Kenya. That's it.
I think it's gonna be a sour 16. Portia's back because she's going through a divorce with the guy that she stole from the other chick that was on the show that she was cool with, and now they're going through a divorce. So, and you know, she doesn't work at the Dish Nation anymore. Nope. I don't know if she still does Go Naked Hair. I know she does something with Amazon. But Portia needs to check because she has to take care of PJ. I don't know if the hot dogs are still slinging from the baby daddy. I don't remember his name. I don't like Kenya, never have. I never will. I don't like her in her long, extensive acting career. She acts like she's been the lead in so much stuff. I don't think she's ever been the lead.
She just did a Lifetime movie. She was a lead in a Lifetime movie.
Oh, it took like, what, 30, 40 years?
Dang, Sa.
It did, though.
Dang, Sa.
Because Kenya comes to you like, she's been this chick. No, girl, you were just the cutie pie that would walk on camera. A lot of times you didn't even have a speaking role. You just walked on camera, or if you did say something, it would be like 2 or 3 words. Come on, baby. That's it. And then you just gone. Bye. Come on. Good day.
She was in Twa.
And I forgot that movie even existed.
Stop it.
I did. Like, I wouldn't have never been like, oh. I remember she was at Martin, and she had on that. She's been in a lot of stuff.
I would say this: she was that girl in the '90s. Like, as far as like you said, she would make the guest appearances. Yeah. She would show up. You know, I mean, she wasn't no Kim Fields.
Absolutely not.
I mean, obviously,
she could never be Regine.
Obviously, but she definitely was that girl. But I do agree with you. I said
she wasn't that girl. She was a girl.
She was. Come on, she was that girl at the very moment.
She was beautiful back then, but after watching her, I'm not saying she's physically ugly now, but after watching her on Atlanta Housewives, she's ugly to me because she's a bully.
When did you stop watching it? When did you stop watching Housewives? Atlanta.
I think in 19. That was the last season I watched.
19.
Yeah, because of the
2019. Yeah. I'm about to say, sorry, we're only on season 16. What are you talking about?
Oh, 19? Yeah, no.
I'm about to say 19. So 2019, got it. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to think what season that was.
I might have watched.
So that was before the Bolo season.
What's Bolo?
The stripper.
I didn't watch that season.
Okay, so yeah, that was before that. So you stopped before that season.
Yeah.
So what I will say, because I was with you at one point. I remember me used to have these conversations. I wasn't feeling Kenya. I grew to like her. Once again, it's based off of me not liking somebody else though. I don't like Marlo. I can't stand Marlo, and I think when Marlo got her peach and her and Kenya was going at it, I was definitely taking Kenya's side. I started liking Kenya, when after Drew's during Drew's Door second season, because Drew's first season Kenya was bullying Drew. I didn't really like that. And they were talking about her resume. I was like, y'all, come on, we're not gonna do Drew Sidora like that.
First of all, Drew Sidora got ding dong to cheat on Melanie. Okay.
You sound like the girl that was on Housewives, but she was it Latoya Ali or whatever? She was like, when she first met Drew, she was like, I'm mad at you because you caused Duran to cheat on Melanie. I was like, y'all, come on, that's a character. Stop it.
No, whatever. She did.
Stop it.
I don't like her. But you know what that means, Drew? You played the heck out of that role. That's good acting. She broke up a semi-happy home. I don't like her.
I'm about to say, I don't know if Darren and Melanie was
semi-happy. They had happy moments.
Okay, yeah, say that. They had happy moments.
Happy moments.
But yeah, so I grew to like Kenya only because again I didn't like the way Marlo was just and I was like, yeah, get a Kenya.
You can dislike two people at the same time.
That is true.
You can dislike because I don't like Marlo and I don't like Kenya. I don't know them personally, but what they show on television, it's terrible.
Their characters on TV.
So if I ever saw them in a restaurant, because when I go to Atlanta, I do see a lot of the reality TV people in restaurants that I go eat at, right? Or I see them at the mall, right? Mm. If I don't like you on camera, I'm definitely going to walk past you like I don't know who you are. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to ask for an autograph. I'm not going to point and be like, that go that B from da-da. I'm going to act like I don't know you. So you don't have a fan.
Jesus. Okay, so we if you guys don't get anything else from this episode, Jules is not a fan of Kenya Moore.
Yeah, no, she's not.
So
or Giselle, or Robin. That's what it is. Right. Or Diamond.
Okay, moving on.
I like Bambi, but I did state a fact. Look, big gums to big teeth.
My God. Okay, moving on.
I have flaws too, Bambi.
We're gonna talk about. I did another pod on friendships. Talk about that, and I just talked about mainly the importance of. My mom said I said it wrong, and I'm sure I did. It's reciprocity. Reciprocity. Yeah.
Just reciprocate.
Yeah. Just definitely reciprocate. The relationship should be reciprocal.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I hope I said it right. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. It should be equal. It should be equal importance.
If I do for you, do for me. My great aunt used to be like, don't need no weight. So if you ain't gonna do for me, I ain't gonna do for you.
So yeah, I basically, I guess my thing was, and again, I'm not sitting up here like I'm the perfect friend. I'm definitely not. There's definitely things I can definitely work on and do better in.
Yeah, because you tore up our friend contract several times.
That is fictional news. No, I have tore up the friendship contract definitely, but that's fictional. That's a fictional friendship contract. That's fictional.
It's verbal, but he tore it up with words. He Candace Dillard our friendship contract. That's what you did.
Wow, you're playing for the camera right now.
A little bit.
But I talked about just basically like just valuing your friends. I think that's very important. Again, we all go through stuff. Yep. We all have things going on. We all are busy. Life is life for every single one of us. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I stated it before and I'm stating it now. We all make time for what and who we want to make time for. And I'm not saying, and I think I don't know if I said this or not, but I'm not saying you got to talk every single day.
Right.
Definitely not saying that. But what I am saying is that you got to make sure that, again, the relationship goes both sides.
Mm-hmm. You do. It's very important. No, we don't have to talk every day, but I should hear from you at least once or twice a month. Like, via text or something, at the bare minimum. You know what I mean? I know sometimes, even between you and I, it'd be like a couple weeks and be like, hey, one of us will shoot a text and be like, hey, friend, you know, you good over there, whatever.
Right.
So we're understanding, but I'm not going to keep understanding that this is one-sided.
Yeah, absolutely. And it should, like I said, it shouldn't always be one person checking up on the other person. It should go both ways. Like I said, I always say, and I quoted the line from the R&B song. I was like, do I ever cross your mind? Anytime. Like,
is that Brian McKnight?
It is.
He sings in a whisper, but go ahead.
But it's true though. It's like, if we are in relation, and I'm not talking about that type of relationship. I'm talking if we're in a friendship. Mm-hmm. Like, it should be. I should cross your mind at some point.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, just like, and it only takes 5 seconds. And again, I'm the type of person, I don't like talking on the phone. I'm not saying you gotta call me. A good old text makes me happy. If you just say, hey, just thinking about you, hope all is well. We ain't got. And we don't have to keep going back and forth. It's perfectly fine. Now, if we end up textersationing,
yep,
that's fine.
Texter,
like a conversation.
I know what you meant. I know, I get it.
But
it was good. I like it.
But that's fine. But I'm gonna say this too: if you're gonna start a texterization, you need to finish it.
Yeah.
Don't just be leaving. You know, at least say I'll be right back or something. You know what I'm saying? Because this empty texterizations be making me feel away.
Because I be waiting for the bubbles sometimes.
I don't like when the bubbles show up and then they disappear.
Yes. Like, what was you finna say? I want to know.
That gives my anxiety like on another level. That my anxiety.
And when the bubbles be there for a long time. I'm not gonna read all that.
Oh God.
Like, and then they be there for a long time. So you think it's gonna be like this long dissertation, and it'd be like 3 words.
Yep. But I just think it's just important. Again, just making sure we all like to feel valued. We all like to feel like somebody cares about us. You know, again, you have your action. You know, you have your family, but I'm just like, people that you choose to be in relation with. Yeah. You want to feel like that. You know, that you're cared for, you're cared about, and not necessarily just it being well, what can I use you for? And then once I'm done with you, then I'm gonna discard you like yesterday's trash.
There are a lot of people out here that say, I don't care if people don't like me. That's a lie. Mm-hmm. Because if you didn't care if people didn't like you, you wouldn't go outside put together. You wouldn't come out the house, period. Mm. You would never talk to anybody. So people just lie just to kind of save face. And I think that's kind of like they go into protection mode because nobody wants to be rejected.
No, absolutely not.
Also, to piggyback off this conversation, I'm going to tell you a story of something that I went through last year.
Okay.
So I had what I thought was a friend, right? And we had been friends for a few years. And she was going through some things. A lot of death was happening around her. Mm. And then she had an injury. And I was always calling her, checking on her, texting her, and all this and that, inviting her out to things. You know, a lot of times she didn't go, but you know, it is what it is. Mm. And then around July of 22, things start happening to me, right? Death, and from July of 22 right on up to November of 23, there was a lot of death around me. I'm not even gonna say November 23 because somebody else I know just died in February of this year. Mm. So a lot of death going on around me. I got sick. I was in and out the doctors. I was going to the doctor for a month straight, like 3 times a week, every week, right? I was dealing with a lot myself. So, and then I found out, you know, about my dad's condition and all this, just a bunch of stuff was going on. And in 22, when all these things start happening to me, she didn't reach out to me and say, hey, I'm just checking on you. She invited me somewhere one time, right? And then I was still checking on her, but then I fell off because I got work, bills, the price of everything is going up, and I got all this other stuff going on. I can't process one death because another one just, came.
Right.
And then we all know when Nathan passed away a year ago now,
right,
that hit us so hard.
Absolutely.
I hadn't cried for anybody like that in death since my mother passed. And I still cry about Nathan. And it's been a year. So she never once checked on me, but she was going around telling our mutuals that I don't ever check on her. I know that she, a bunch of her family members had died, and that she was having issues from her injury and da-da-da-da-da. And so one thing that they all said was, have you checked on Sai? She was like, no. They was like, well, she human too, and she got stuff going on. It's like literally things that are happening to her,
right,
or around her, and she needs her friends to check on her too. So one person was like, you probably need to have a conversation with her. Her conversation with me was deleting me on social media. Bye, girl. Goodbye. So I get what you're saying. In friendships and in relationships, it can't just be one person. You can't be that selfish to think that people are always supposed to come to you and that they don't have anything going on for themselves. And then I messed up my foot too in March of last year. Oh my God. I did something stupid, y'all. Y'all don't even need to know. But like I'm dealing with that too. I'm in therapy and all that for my foot and my mental. Because when you go through a lot of things, a lot of traumatic things or sad things, you need to go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So you don't go cuckoo.
Right.
So, and I was in therapy for that too. Like talking to somebody like, man, I'm about to slap this lady. I tell my therapist that.
Oh, wow.
Or I'm about to slap this dude because I'm, So yeah, we got to learn how to be there for people.
We do. I think like we're in a space. There's nothing wrong with self-care. There's nothing wrong with making sure you're good, taking care of yourself. But we are in such a selfish state now. I know a lot of people are saying it's okay to be selfish. And I don't really like that word. When I say you need to take care of yourself, obviously you do need to put yourself first and make sure you're good. Because if you're not good, you can't be good for anybody else. So I definitely get that point. But I think people are taking that to the extreme. It's like it's all about me. Forget the fact that you've been there for me and da 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 and all the things you said. I've you've been there for me. You given me things that I needed. Things when I was whenever I was down, you was there. Da da da. Forget about all that. But I'm just gonna take care of me. It's all about me. It's me season.
Yeah.
Forget about what you got going on, but it's me season. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people are in that space and they're taking the self-care, self-love to the extreme of where it's pure selfishness in a bad way.
Absolutely. Because
you're not being a good human
at all.
Like you're just in this, you're going through a rampage, just doing whatever you want to do. F what everybody else got going on. F how it makes everybody else feel or how it impacts others. I'm just gonna do me because I want to. Because I'm just gonna do me.
Yeah, and you're gonna be the only one doing you. Because you're gonna be by yourself.
So that's just unfortunate.
It's my season. I'm doing me. Yeah, be me by yourself. Yep. Because that's eventually what's going to happen.
I agree.
That's what happened that's what's happening to that girl that I thought I was friends with. She did everybody like that because everybody wasn't calling her and checking on her every single day. Now you mad. Then you falling out with people over guys. Is that your husband? Then don't fall out.
Uh-oh. Who calling me?
Oh, my.
Decline. I'm doing a pod right now.
So text us, please.
Please text. Thanks.
This isn't a call-in show. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want us all again to be good to one another. I know I started to talk about Married to Medicine in another pod. Quad said something. I know a lot of people are not the biggest Quad fans, but I love Quad. But
Honey, baby, with that accent and Quad be reading people, I love it.
Quad said something because this. Oh, you don't know because you're not watching. This past season, Quad is pretty much on the outs, and it was she basically was saying she had to retreat because she needed to process all things that was going on with her. And she basically said, I think I'm paraphrasing, but she basically said, I want to be good to people, and I want people to be good to me. Yeah. And I think that's fair. Yeah. We can, like I said, we can be good to others, but I think it's also important that those same people be good to us as well.
Always.
That's important. I think again, I think a relationship should be a give and take. And I'm not saying like I'm just like I want you for something like something tangible. But if you are there for me when I'm going through my darkest moments, I should be there for you when you're going through your darkest moments. Even if we don't know all the details of what's going on. Because some things you need to keep to your vest, no matter who it is. I mean, we're not going to tell everybody everything.
Right.
Some things is between you and God, for sure. However, again, like you said, if at least once or twice a month, she'd be like, hey, just checking on you, see how you doing, how everything's going, making sure you good. Do you need anything? And when you say that, mean it. And I'm not saying, again, I can't be all things for you, but I can still be there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might need $1,000. I'm sorry, baby, I don't have $1,000. But what I can do is be that listening ear for you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I can't go broke to save you if I'm struggling myself now. We can't do that.
Absolutely. Even if I'm not struggling, but you are not good with money, I'm not gonna keep giving you. It's not gonna happen. You better get a job and learn how to balance a checkbook.
Not balance a checkbook.
People still write checks.
Yeah, you do. I do. I write checks.
Yeah, I don't like y'all.
Why?
Because y'all be in the store holding up the line. If you don't swipe that debit
card.
Oh,
no, not in the store. I write checks, I guess, for not the grocery store or anything, but like
bills and
bills.
stuff.
Not necessarily bills. No, like if I have to rent out a place.
Gotcha.
Like they don't, here's a check. Just to obviously keep it for my records. Here's a check. Stuff like that. I mean, I know cars can be records too, but I just like to give you checks, so we can see it.
You gonna get this vintage paper.
Period. What I also talked about too, just like being there for the big moments, but also being included in the big moments. Mm-hmm. Recently, I felt like there have been several situations with a few people that I do call friends that they've had big moments and I felt like I wasn't included. But in that token, I'm always including you in my big moments. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, okay, I'm making sure that you're included in what I have going on, but I'm having to find out what's going on with you on social media. Now that is something that's like,
so you're not special. They've lumped you with everybody else.
Oh wow, when you say it like that, it's like, dang, I need to check myself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
So you saying I'm in the wrong on that?
No.
No.
No, I'm saying they treat you like the general population when you should be VIP. If we're friends and I include you in my things, but you don't want to include, I treat you like you VIP, but you treated me like I'm general admission. Or hell, even worse, you treated me like I done bought a $10 ticket and I got to sit on the lawn and bring my own chair. You know what I mean? I know what you're saying. I don't like people do me like that either.
Yeah.
I'll be ready to fight.
I just, it genuinely hurts because it's just like, because same people, again, you're going through your dark times. I'm the first person you call. Mm-hmm. But when you're in the light, it's like, you're blinded by who was there for you during your dark times. It's like, all right, well, I don't see Carlton, but when it's dark, I see that ninja right there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that definitely hurts. And again, I have to clarify. I'm talking about your friends. I'm not talking about people you associate with.
Right.
I'm not talking about people that you see here and there. I'm not talking about people that you are no longer in relations to, because I know somebody listening and they say, well, you didn't invite me to such and such. We're not in a friendship. So I'm not.
At all.
So we're not talking about
that. So stay off the post.
So we're...
Stay off the post. Mm-hmm. Catch that dirt.
Catch it, cause I know somebody gonna try to say something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that were actually me and you, right? Mm-hmm. If you were to have something, like I'm talking about you having this big thing. You're a brand new CD's coming out or something like that.
Yeah.
Brand new project. Mm-hmm. And I don't receive an invitation, but you are going through this dark moment and you need me to do this big favor for you. And I'm the very first person that you call every time, but I don't get an invitation to your album release. And this is something that's important to you.
Throw me away.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I mean.
Because they're using you. They're using every bit of you, and they're not pouring back into you.
And here's the flip side I also mentioned. Or if I do have a big moment, you don't attend my big moments, but you're constantly expecting me to be at your big moment.
Preach.
That's another thing. It's like,
come on now.
And again, I didn't reiterate this last time. I'm not expecting you to be at every single thing that I do, because that's humanly impossible. Mm-hmm. We all have busy lives. We all have things that's going on, but you should, again, if I'm important to you or you're important to me, I'm going to figure out, especially if it's something that's huge, then I'm going to figure out, okay, how can I at least make this one thing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, if you got something going on like every day, now I ain't gonna make all that. But if you had like something like, it's like, this is my big 50th birthday or something. I don't really have friends that are 50 yet, but if you say I have a big 50th birthday, I'm going to make sure that I attend. If you let me know in advance. Yeah. Now, you do these last minute stuff, that's pushing.
I'll catch you on the back end.
But if it's, like I said, if it's something that's truly, truly important to you, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be present. Yeah. But like I said, again, it's like, example, have this friend. I was a part of his big event. I spent money that I did not have. I would say money that I shouldn't have. I needed for a big actual bill. And I said, you know what? No, I'm going to be there for my friend because it's important to him. I'm going to be there. And there have been several instances since then where I've requested for him to do things, or I needed things or whatever, and it's been always an excuse. Even with that, I made arrangements to set him up for success, to make sure he is able to do what I need him to do. But it's always been an excuse. And also, I was working around the schedule that he gave me for him to make it happen for what I needed. And it was just constantly an excuse after an excuse. And I was like, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just do this without you.
See, that makes me mad because I know you, like the person, right? And you do so much for people, and you've provided so many avenues and opportunities and shoulders and ears for so many people. And so when some of those people that you have been there for, that you have gone out of your way for, don't show up for you, I get so pissed. I feel like they did it to me. Like, that makes me so mad because I know what your heart is. And I know you do what you can when you can. And you go above and beyond. Stop doing that.
Okay.
Because you're going to give me $1 paper.
She's one of the people, it's between you and Kendra that's like always on me about that. And this is not, I want people to be clear, this is not a Woe is Carlton episode. No, it's not that. Not. But we're talking about real life stuff.
But we're calling y'all out.
But it's just stuff that has happened.
We calling them out.
But honestly, it's the same. I feel the same way about you. Even with this next thing I'm talking about, we've talked about this, about people who you've opened the door for people, especially you. I even got in trouble for this. Somebody's not my friend anymore because I stood up. I said something about this in a post. This is not the person you're thinking about. It's somebody else. you do a lot for people. You've opened, especially in this spoken word poetry world, because we had it here somewhat in Augusta. I'm not gonna belittle it. We did have it in Augusta, but you really took it and magnified it, right? And you've opened so many doors for people that I've never really even would have known if it wasn't for the stages that you have provided. And I think it's such a disservice of the opportunities you've given for people that they just act like you don't exist, that you're non-existent. But
the crazy thing about that, they think I don't hear about it. They think I don't hear that. I hear you.
Yeah, I think now that's what upsets me. I don't like that. And what happened was, I think me and you, this was years ago, we had a conversation about something that happened with this former group that you were a part of, which honestly, I'm going to be honest with you to this day, I did not like that group.
Was I a part of the group? Or did I create the group?
I'm sorry, correct. You created the group that you created.
Because I didn't create the talent.
Correct me.
I brought us together.
Correct me.
To form a group. It was my idea.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And I didn't like this group. And I was like,
I don't like them either.
Yeah, I didn't like this group that you created.
Catch the dirt.
I was like, I decided to be like, you want to hang out with? I said, no. I'll hang out with you afterwards, or we'll get together before, or we'll do it another day. Anyway, so I said all that to say, me and you had a conversation, and I said something on Facebook because I think this is the time when y'all were separating, and I had said it's amazing to me how people have to team up to try to take down a giant. I was talking about you, and what's crazy?
Where they at now?
What's crazy is somebody who don't even live in this city took what I said and thought I was applying that to them. But my thing is this: if you're not doing it, then why do you feel hit?
Because they're a dog.
And
they gotta holler because they heard you.
That's all I'm saying. So like that's to this day, that particular person in that crew in that particular region up north. That's why to this day they have an issue with me because they took some words that I wasn't even referring to. They think like whatever I say is about them. No, I'm not. I wasn't even on my radar when I made that post. And it's like you took it and ran with it. It was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make Carlton the villain of my story. I said, okay, well fine, I'll be the villain. Make sure you draw me nice.
Right, because villains get paid.
So yeah, I said all that to say, I understand your frustration when it comes to me, because I share that with you. I share that, I know how hard you work. You're not even from here, not even from Augusta, and it's like you still came here.
But that's why they don't like me, because I'm not from here.
That's stupid.
And I came here, and they had, like you said, they had a huge poetry community at one point. There were so many shows going on, and then it had died down. And I came along at like the perfect pocket time, right? Because now I've breathed life back into it. Even though I was told initially that it's not going to work because we've already been there, done that. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you, right? So I started the show Life Logs in 16 and Dope Spit in 17. And Dope Spit is still going on. Life Logs is just too much. I just get tired of that. But anyway, providing a platform for other artists. I don't highlight myself at Dope Spit.
Nope.
It's all about the other artists. My name is on the flyer, but my face is not. Right? It's all about the other artists.
Absolutely.
That group that I was a part of.
That you created.
That I created. It was my vision. And I brought together a collective of poets. Except for one, I did not want this particular poet in the group. Somebody else brought her in because they were her friend, right? But the idea behind it was because I get paid for performances. So I feel like poets should get paid for performances when they get booked, right? I feel like all artists should, but a lot of times these promoters try to not pay poets. They want us because we're dope, but they don't value us. That's the problem. So I wanted us to make some noise and say, you know what? Without poetry, there would be no R&B. There would be no hip hop. It all starts with a poem, right? So we gonna make some noise. We gonna shake some tables. So we had a call out that we would do. So it was like seven of us in the group, because I remember we did the whole chakra thing. So it was 7 of us in the group, and when one would go get a book somewhere, we all go. And so in the midst of our poems, we doing the chant. We doing that whole call and response thing, right? I connected those poets with a lot of other promoters, so they could get paid gigs. They didn't know these people, a lot of them, without me. So I made the connection. Now your face is on flyers, you're getting paid, you're getting more bookings, and this and that, right? They wanted to take me down. And for the dumbest reason. We won't say it on camera. Yes, we will. I don't like girls.
Uh-oh.
That's what it is. And this one particular person in the group and we had all talked about this before we even got to working as this group. We are not going to be trying to get with anybody in this group or their friends or family, right? Their close ones. Acquaintances, I don't care about that. But this one particular chick in the group would always say stuff to me and be like, well, you on the spectrum, you know you want to. No, I don't. I've never thought about being with a woman. Never dreamt about it. Anything like that. I didn't say that there's anything wrong with it.
That just wasn't not your preference.
Exactly. It's not my preference. You do you. So instead of accepting that no, receiving it and moving on, now she's trying to go after my friends that are not in the group and trying to be with them to try to make me jealous. Darling, I'm an introvert. I'm not going to be jealous. And I like men. So I'm not going to be jealous. Now you done fell out with them. And so you tried something and it didn't work. I'm not bothered because I still have my friendships intact with these people. And so now you fat mouthing to other people. Thank you. You fat mouthing to other people in the group, and they're believing you. But I have a relationship with all of y'all outside of this group, before this group, because I brought y'all in the group. But y'all want to listen to her, and then now y'all turning against me. Fine, I'm going to sit down for a year. I'm going to shut down my whole show. And I want y'all to take over all of this. Since y'all saying y'all so much better and y'all can do X, Y, and Z. Ain't nobody heard from them since 2019. But I bet you my flyers come across their screens all the time. How you doing? It's still me. I'm still Sa. Yes, I am. I'm still here because I'm always gonna be me.
Yeah.
So that was that story.
Got you. But no, I understand.
Wait, I think that's the first time I went in that detail on camera about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're perfectly fine. I felt like you needed to get that out.
I did
because you're healing.
I am. I'm on my journey.
You are on your journey to heal, and I love it. I share your sentiment because I know exactly how you feel. I know what it's like to give people an opportunity, and you give. For me, and I know Maine said I do this too much, and at first I was like, "What you mean?" But I understand what he was saying. I give people my heart, and I can't. And my mom tells me this all the time. You can't give everybody all of you. And I am guilty of doing that. And that's why I get hurt so much, is because I give people my everything when it comes to just in life. And so when it comes to VPN, comes to video productions, I was saying, VPN fam, that was the thing. It was like trying to be a family. And it's like, no, everybody's not meant to be fam. Everybody's not meant to be bro. Everybody's not meant to be sis. Some people just meant to be that one role that you gave them and keep it pushing. Yeah. And so that's a lesson that I had to learn. And again, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm sure there are things that I could have done better in these different relationships that are not existing anymore. But in the overall spectrum of things, there are things that were done. And I'm just like you really treated me dirty. Like, as far as like, again, you giving people this platform, and then it's like once they see that the grass is possibly greener on the other side. It's all right, forget that you fed me. Now I'm gonna go over here, and I like you don't exist. Now I don't have a problem with elevation. I embrace it. I love to see when people that I have worked with and they move on to other things. But I just like it done in the right way. Yeah. There was someone I formerly worked with, and she decided the weekend that we were filming, she decided that she just wasn't gonna come. But yeah, so she decided that I got the email, and you know me, you work with me. Like, of course, the schedules are done in advance. Everybody knows already. A lot of times, I'm planning schedules around other people and what they got going on. So everybody had decided that this particular weekend we were going to film, and so I got and she didn't show up, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'm texting like, what's going, when you're coming, da da da. Get an email that says, hey, my agent told me that I can no longer be a part of web series or non-SAG projects or whatever, da da da. Which is fine. If that's what your agent told you to do, but it's about like how you do it. But yeah, so I didn't appreciate that.
Right.
Because again, I just feel like you already knew that, but you waited until the weekend to be like, okay, I'm not gonna show up.
But see, that's when you have to step in, because maybe when she took the project, agreed to it, she didn't have an agent or whatever. But when you sign on to one, that's when you say, you know what, I already have a commitment, and it may not be a SAG project, but this person, I owe them some sense of loyalty, because without them, you wouldn't have been able to see the footage of me to sign me on as a client that you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm signed on to somebody now, right? To a company now. But I told them I still have things that I'm doing. I have to finish out these things. And then there are still certain people that I'm going to work with. Why? Because without them, I wouldn't have some of the body of work that I do. So now that I am moving to this level, why would I feel like I'm too big to work with them? Like, no. Yeah. Because if it wasn't for them, you played a very intricate role in why I'm getting some of the work that I'm getting now. I'm the talent, yes, but you put me on screen. And you didn't have to do that. So I'm going to be forever grateful to you for that.
And I also, too, just first of all, I appreciate that. Thank you. But on the flip side, it's like, I'm a type of person, I understand sometimes people outgrow their situations. But like you said, again, it's a loyalty thing, but I just always feel like there's always a right way to do things. I feel like even with this particular actress, I would have felt, if I would have said, hey, we're doing another season, and you would have said, hey, well, Carlton, I feel like I want to move on to other things. I had an actor tell me that. I was getting ready to write something, another season of a series, and he said, hey, Carlton, I've enjoyed working with you, but I think I'm done with this particular character. I want to move on to other things. Mm-hmm. I respect it. Fine. That's God bless you, my brother, and I've enjoyed working with you, and I pray that everything goes good for you in the future. If we have an opportunity, well, not now because I'm retired, but if we had an opportunity to work together again, I will welcome that. But if you feel like your chapter with me is ended, amazing. But it's a right way to do things. The way this woman did it was not right to me. I feel like even if your agent told you, hey, you can't do it anymore, I feel like, because we also had a personal relationship at the time too. I'm not talking about like that, y'all. Don't get crazy.
It wasn't like that.
What I mean is we had a friendship. I consider this person a friend. Mm-hmm. We shared intimate details with each other. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when you're in a personal relationship with somebody, yes, business is business, but at the same time, you still have that personal thing, that shit come into play. Yeah. I would, even though me and you do business together, I would never come at you sideways because we also have a friendship. To me, I feel like friendship comes before business. That's just me personally. I feel like, again, if we can do business together, but I feel like I'm going to still deal with you in a different way because, again, we do have a personal relationship.
Say it. Say it.
It's different.
Say that.
We get so caught up in, I got to get my coins. I get it. Definitely. Coins are important. You can't live without coins. But at the same time, you can't live without relationships either. And a lot of times y'all burn bridges because y'all so worried about that green.
Yeah.
You get that green and you lonely. Or again, you burn that bridge when you need to cross it again.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, oops, you're bad. Because it's so focused on. Anyway, that's another topic. But I said all that to say, yeah, I just feel like the way she did, and it hurt because I was just like, you know, again, I consider us friends. And I found out some other things went down behind the scenes that had nothing to do with me. I found out some things, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's why you are upset. Oh, okay, that's crazy. But it saddens me because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I see this person, she's doing very well now, and it kind of saddens me because it's just like, I feel like I was a part of your journey, but you don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you came from. You cannot forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Because where you come from, the handouts people have given you all play a part in where you are now.
Yes.
So you cannot forget that. And I'm not saying you got to shout these people out every single time.
No, absolutely not.
But when you in the interview and somebody say, where'd you get your start? You need to tell them. Yeah,
and also I'm not going to, if I see you in person, I'm not like I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, yes, hey, what's up? I'm glad to see you. Glad doing. Thank you so much again for what you've done. And like you said, you have to thank him and all this every single time. Mm-hmm. But like you said, if somebody asks you a question, hey, what was your very first thing? How did you get started? You need to tell them the truth. So it's just like I said, I'm not gonna sit up and act like I'm not hurt by different things. I am human, but I do see a lot of people that I have formerly worked with. It is at like I'm non-existent, or VPN is non-existent, and it's just like, do you know that I still have the messages of when you was trying to get on when nobody was really trying to give you an opportunity?
I think that's what people call receipts.
And not that I would ever blast them, I wouldn't, but I just need people to understand. I remember when no one knew who you were, or I remember when you were just still trying to get on, and so then now you know you have this repertoire of work. You have it now, and it's like, okay, you're moving up, which is beautiful, but it's like you're forgetting your humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And that's to be honest with you, that's hurtful.
Yeah.
That is 1,000% hurtful. You look at your memories, you're like, oh, okay, cool, but it's like they don't. Again, it goes back to even the whole friendship thing. Like you're there for them at, you know, during the dark moments. But when they get to the light, it's like they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Like it's like you don't even exist. And it's the same thing even in this industry. It's like you do things, and again, you're not doing it for that. However, it feels good when you're remembered.
Yes, it does. Because everybody wants to be recognized, acknowledged, loved, cared about, thought about, remembered.
Yes.
We all want that. And we all need that. And if you're doing something for someone, you deserve that. Regardless if that's what you did it for or not. You deserve it.
Yes.
Because you helped somebody do something.
Yes.
So when you go to work and you do your job, and at the end of the week, they cut you a paycheck. They may not say thank you, but that's their way of appreciating you, telling you they appreciate the work you did. So I'm gonna cut you this check because this is what we agreed upon when you got hired.
Yes.
So, come on now. You better thank the people that helped you to get to where you got, or where you are, or going, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or thank the people that helped you get out of that dark place.
Yeah.
So
I just, like I said again, and I definitely share your sentiments on, excuse me, and I have to be careful now too. It's like, because a lot of people, they're into your circle, they're into your life to get to the people that you're connected to. And
like that one girl I shared the memory with, but I put the emoji over her face. Yes, won't he do it? Won't God reveal those hellions? Go ahead,
no, you're good. I just think, like I said again, it's just like,
I kind of want to talk about that.
No, let's not.
I kind of want to mention something
No. Are you going to be mentioning names?
No, I'm not going to say names.
Okay.
I'll do it like I did it with that one group.
Okay, I'll let you do it in a second.
Oh, thank you.
So I just I've had to be careful with that because I've realized it's like, again, people see your connections, they see your reach, or they see what you have, and it's like, okay, they're a wolf in sheep's clothing, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna connect with you, but once I drain you of what you have, once I'm powered up, then I'm gonna go and move on to the next outlet. You know what I'm saying? And so it's again, I can't sit up and act like it doesn't hurt. It does. It's hurtful because, again, you are building off of genuineness. Like, you feel like this is a genuine relationship, a genuine friendship, and then when this person just cuts you at the knees, it's like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you see that they're doing it to somebody else. But what's crazy is a lot of times these people, they think that the grass is green on the other side. They get to the other side, they realize it's artificial turf. Then they try to come back, and it's like,
oh, your services are no longer needed. Thank you. We're closed for business.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah. Fool me once, shame on me. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yep.
So
That's
yeah,
it.
I don't like looking like a fool. So I'm gonna decline. I'm gonna decline the services.
I'm definitely not going to answer the phone call or respond to the text message or the inbox message, or if you send a message through a mutual, I'm definitely gonna go, you know what? I'm so glad it did not rain today. We have some beautiful weather. Yeah.
I feel too. I feel forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean reconciliation.
It doesn't.
Right? So for me, for people hearing this, I don't want people. I can't speak for Sai. I can speak for me. I am no longer angry or holding resentment about any of these past relationships. Right. I've forgiven. I hope people have forgiven me if I've done anything. I'm not gonna say if. When I've done something wrong, I hope people have forgiven me for the things that I've done, and we can move on. It doesn't necessarily mean we have to be in relation again. But I said this on the last part, I'm tired of just walking around feeling angry about things that happen, especially these people probably don't even care about the situation anymore, but I'm still holding on to all this resentment. So I just I had to let that go. Now, am I going to be a fool and be fooled again? No, I'm not. But don't take that for me being angry. Case in point, somebody I'm no longer friends with, this person, keeps saying that we need to have a conversation. But I'm not the person that was in the wrong. Again, you thought the grass was greener on this side. You saw that it wasn't, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna come back over here because Carlton always allows people to come back. And you thought that was gonna happen, and Carlton wised up and was like, he can't do that anymore. Yeah. So, but the thing is, it's like you're getting upset with me because I'm not opening the door, but I'm not the one who closed it. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And also my thing is too, you keep saying we need to have a conversation. Then why aren't you initiating it? Yeah. I'm not going to reach out to you and say, oh, well, by the way, you said we need to have a conversation. When are we going to have that conversation? I don't need to have it. I'm fine. You're saying you need to have the conversation. So why aren't you making the move to make that conversation happen? Again, I'm good. We could not have it. I'm fine with it. Yeah. But you're saying you need it. You need it. Let me not put that out there. You're saying that you want to have the conversation. So you need to take the steps to do that.
Followed by that statement should be, I believe we should have a conversation about what transpired between us. Are you available? And then, sometime this week, whatever. Right. That's how that should go. Right. Don't tell me that, you think we should have a conversation and then there's nothing. Right. Because no, we don't. Right. But no, people, want you to chase them. And you know that person's probably going to take, well, I told him we should have a conversation and run around and tell people that, but he didn't want to do it. But you were in the wrong. So whenever you wrong somebody, you are supposed to be the one to fix it. So it's not left up to the person that you harmed to say, okay, well, when you want to talk? Mm-hmm. No, you come to me and say, hey, we should have a conversation. Are you available? Da, da, da. Let's be adults. Everybody wants to claim adulthood until it's time to be an adult. Mm-hmm. Like, come on now. I don't care that you're grown. I don't care that you're over 21. Be an adult.
That's another thing that bothers me. Just a sidebar. I know you said you have a story to tell, but sidebar. When people be like, this is going back to the time thing, being friends and taking the time out for people. Mm-hmm. Well, we all grown. Okay. What's your point?
Right.
I'm not friends with children. So, of course, we're all grown. So, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, that. What does that mean? Right. Again, if I mean something to you, then you should. It don't take but 5 seconds to say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Absolutely.
But again, we are all busy. We all have lives. We all have things going on. Mm-hmm. But if I truly mean something to you, it only takes 5 seconds.
Yep.
And I be telling people all the time, don't be. I know people don't like the small talk. I get it 1,000%. But at the same time, don't be just becoming spit and fire every time I need this. No, I need a hey, how you doing? I'm that guy. Woo. I need a hey, how you doing? I know a lot of people don't like all that, but I do. I need a hey, how you doing? Because even I'm not gonna go into full detail of what's really going on, but I might not be in the place to be what you need in the moment. Right. So if you say, hey, how you doing? I say, you know what? I'm not really doing too well right now. Can I get back at you later? You know, that's how that needs to go. And
we even do that.
Yeah.
We even go.
Absolutely.
We always greet each other. But if we want to vent or if we want to ask for something, we always go, hey, are you in a space to receive my venting or, just whatever. And sometimes we be like, you know what? No, not right now. Later, maybe. Yeah. But that's important because that shows that you care about that person.
Yeah, absolutely. And even, like I said, I know people be like, they don't really care how you're doing. But I just think it's the sentiment of greet me first. Yeah. Like don't just, no. But some people like for you to get straight to the point, child. I've learned, honestly, people. So I know certain people, like, I have a friend, of course, that he doesn't like the whole, hey, he don't like all that small talk. He like for you to get to the point. So I do. Now, don't get upset when I get straight to the point. You be like, but you didn't ask how I was doing. But you say you don't like that. So I'm being your friend and I'm learning you, and so I'm doing what you requested. So, but anyway, go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, stop being wishy-washy.
I'm not saying he did it. But I'm just
stop being wishy-washy.
I'm just making a point. I know, like, a lot of people don't like all that small talk, but I'm different. Talk to me nice. I like how you doing.
You don't sweet talk me,
please.
Hey, beautiful.
Not hey, beautiful.
From men and women. You know what I mean? There's nothing behind that. I don't feel like there's anything. But now if you text me and be like, "What's up, sexy?" I'm okay. You know what? You go away. Conversation over. You're blocked. You're blocked. Good day. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so the one person that I had mentioned earlier that I had shared a memory, it was a bunch of us in the picture, and then I put an emoji over that person's face. We used to be really close. Mm-hmm. Really close. I just woke up one day after a couple years of friendship, and I was just blocked on social media and on the phone. Mm-hmm. I didn't know I was blocked. Somebody told me.
Okay.
They were like, well, did you see da-da-da-da-da? I thought that she would have tagged you in it, and so then I was like, well, no. So I go on there, and I'm blocked. I was like, oh, I can't see anything. But I forgot why I was even going to tell this story. It's so weird. But we were close, really close, like super, super close at one point in time. And I remember. Okay. She's an opportunistic person. So she would use one person to get to the next person if you have a relationship or a connection to whoever it is that she's trying to get to. Now, I had a falling out with another individual who we've had the conversation and we've gotten past whatever the issue was some years ago. So the girl who was my friend, she would initiate, like, let's dog this person, you know, moments or conversations or whatever. And so since I didn't like the person, like, it was about to get violent with this person. So I don't care that we sitting around talking bad about you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So she would talk about this girl that I had gotten into it with, and then next thing I know, she's working with the girl, doing projects or whatever have you. And I'm like, but just last week you was over here talking real bad about her, like really, really bad. And then we had another mutual friend or acquaintance, because she wasn't my friend, she's an acquaintance. And so she got really close to this girl, and so our mutual stopped talking to me too, right? Because my former friend don't talk to me now. Now, she went to both of them being opportunistic, and now she done flipped the script on both of them, and they don't fool with her. And now one of them is trying to, like, hey, stop. No, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't talking to me when you became super close with this girl. You fell into her little trap. She uses everybody that she connects to. And that's the problem. She's not a real friend. And I was giving her real friendship.
A lot of people were.
Yes.
A lot of people were.
Yes. I know several people that were giving her real friendship, genuineness, and she just took whatever from them. She depleted them, blocked them, and moved on, and run around town playing victim and telling people negative things that are just not true. She done told people, oh yeah, Sa was trying to mess with my guy. What? Ew. Ew. With like 4 W's. Okay? No, I wasn't. And said I was like a backstabber. I'm like, I ain't stabbed nobody in the back. Now people ask me how I feel about you now. I don't like her. And she said one more thing. It's probably gonna be on site. I don't know. Oh no!
Please don't let it be on site. I don't want to write a news article about you. Please.
I'm not trying to be in that paper on the. Oh my God.
Please don't let me have to write a web article about you. Please.
You won't. Not like that. No.
Please.
It'll be good stuff.
Yes. That's all I need.
But no, she has really been running around town talking cash stuff about me, and I'm like, why are you bothered? Because I am doing the things that you want to do. It's just in my... The things that people love about you are the same things that they start to resent about you, right? So you were a go-getter until you retired VPN. Like, you made it happen. I'm not waiting for nobody. I wrote this script. I bought this camera. We about to shoot this. And each year you worked on your craft over the 20 years, and you made it. Each year it just got better and better and better. Right? And even though you are in your lane, working on your dream and your vision, people hate you for it.
Yes.
Because they don't have the wherewithal to go do it themselves. So they hate your work ethic.
That honestly used to get to me. Because I felt like I didn't bother anybody. Honestly, I just felt like I was just like, let me do me and keep it pushing. And I just felt like people were hating me. I was like, what did I do? Like, what? And I feel like I'm the type of person, if I did do something wrong, let me know.
Right.
And that way we can fix if it's fixable. Right. But I just feel like people just really just hated me for no reason. And I feel the same way about you. I feel like people just do and say crazy things. They don't say it about me. Not like, there's one thing people don't do is talk crazy about my friends around me, because they know I will get them together, and I'll also go back and tell my friend what you said.
Yeah.
So they can get you together too. So yeah, that's one thing people don't do. But yeah, people, I when you come back and when you tell me stories about what's going on with you, I'm just like, why? You don't do anything.
I'm just working
every third Monday night.
I put people on.
That's all I see Saw doing every third. Maybe a silly video or two, but I just be like,
facts. And I'm like, where does it come from?
I don't know.
And for the longest, for years, I would cry about this.
I understand.
And I would have restless nights. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, God, come on now. But then you know what I remember?
What you remember?
I pray all the time, right? I don't go to church, but I do pray. I read my Bible, all that stuff, right? I pray every day for God to remove those people that are not for me. And when I started to remember that was my prayer, now even though he removed them in a hurtful way, they had to be removed and it had to be hurtful, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't have never been able to see who they really were. So I asked for God to remove those people, not by name. I just said, whoever it is, remove them from me.
Can I you know, I gotta be that guy. So, it's the Pastor Clay coming out.
Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead.
No, what I'm gonna say, I do agree that you, like, with your prayer. I think, like I said, God. I think what I wanna not correct, but I wanna say, God opened your eyes to the hurtful things that they were doing. I don't think that, you know, of course, because our God is, of course, is a God of love and goodness and all the other stuff. So of course God didn't make those people do bad things to you. They were already doing bad things.
Yes.
So
he opened the eyes.
So he allowed your eyes to be spiritually open.
Yes.
So that way you could see, okay, this person, oh no. So that allowed for that relationship to come to an end, because you finally saw. Yes. You saw what you weren't seeing.
Yes, and I agree with you. That's a better way to put it.
And I think also too, like I said again, because we could be so blinded. Like there are times when you could be blinded by love too. And I'm not talking about necessarily a relationship like a boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife. I'm talking like even when in friendship. There was somebody I was super close with. I loved this man, and I'm talking about like that. This was my brother. Yeah. Not my blood brother, but like I really loved him like he was my brother. And it was like you can be so blinded by that, but you're not seeing all the chaos that's happening around you. But once they cut you off for whatever reason, and once you're outside of that circle, you finally can see, this is what's going on. This is what I was a part of. Oh, thank you, God.
Because you did not know. You did not
listen.
know.
There was a lot of things that this person was doing, and I had no idea. And even now to this day, again, I have no animosity towards anybody. I'm at a place in my life where if I see you, hey, what's up? Keep it pushing. But even to this day, I was not necessarily trying to reconcile with this person as my brother again, but I wanted us to get to a place that we could possibly still might be friends again. But I started seeing stuff, and I felt like I started seeing the pattern again of what it was before, and I was like, oh no, I want to go through that again. I'm good.
Like, oh, you haven't changed. You haven't grown. Okay.
Because it's like once again, people make time for who and what they want to make time for. I felt like I was trying to communicate with you, and you shown me, because you don't respond to me, but then I post something and you comment, and then I say, hey, well, you know, what's going on? Da, da, da. Oh, I'm busy with X, Y, and Z. Okay, well, I'm busy with A, B, and C. But I feel like I still have time to reach out, and I feel like as adults, or as grown, as we like to say, people like to say they so grown, adults communicate. And I feel like a simple, hey, I'm busy, I got this going on, I can't do this right now. Perfect. Fine. Awesome. Let's move. That's fine. But because you decided to do what you do, I'm like, all right, cool. All right, I see when I see you.
I'll go you one better. You saw the post, right? He saw the post, or she, whatever.
Right.
Saw the post.
Right.
Oh, shoot. I ain't even hit him back from when he... let me, instead of getting on this post, let me text him back.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, you know what? My bad. I just got caught up.
Because it happens.
My mind.
There's been a couple of times where even when we've texted and you get caught up doing life, does happen around you, and you be like, I know people use this as an excuse, but it does happen for real. You can text and forget to hit send.
Yeah. Oh, I do it all the time.
So it happens. But I know I'll be like, oh, my bad. I thought I pressed send. I didn't. I'm so sorry. Da da da. Or like you said, if you you don't have time to respond back to the person, but you see the post and it jogs your memory. Oh, I didn't. Whatever. Yo, hey, my bad. I know you hit me. I forgot. Da da da. This is going on. Please forgive me or whatever. Again, it goes back to communication. Yep. It goes back to being reciprocal. Mm-hmm. It goes back to having that equal balance when it comes to relationships. Yep. And all that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just feel like we can go on and on and on, but we got to cut this off at some point. I feel like we've been going on for 2 hours.
How long we been talking?
I don't know. It say 27:17 on this thing, but I think that's seconds. I don't know. But we've been talking for a while. I pressed the camera like 4 or 5 times.
Oh. Well, you know what? We just gonna be to be continued. ...
Nah, they're gonna get this whole thing.
I'm talking about we can pick up and again. Yeah. Follow me, friend. Follow me here.
Yeah, I got you. But no, this has been great. I've enjoyed this. Like I said again, for me, doing the podcast, I like doing the fun stuff, but I also like talking real talk. I think for me, it's a catharsis. It just allows you to get what you need to say off your heart and off your chest, and and again, you don't know who's listening. I appreciate the 20 people that do listen and watch. Thank you so much.
Amazing. We love you. Thank you.
But for real though, people that do watch, you never know what somebody is going through or what they have encountered that they could possibly receive something for this, or they could listen and they can give you something back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that it's important when you do these type of pods. So. Do
you think when Bambi and Diamond see this, they're gonna say something to me? They're going to say something back. They're going to give something back. You think so?
I don't know.
Diamond's going to be like, I got plenty of fans. No, you don't. Maybe like those church fans.
If anything, they're going to get on me because it's on my page. And they're going to be like, who is this person with 2 followers talking all this mess? What are you doing?
Diamond's fans.
All right. We're going to go on that note.
I'm sorry. Let me put the fan down.
No, for real. Thank you so much for this. This was fun. I had a great time. This has been a fun day.
It has, which is a friend day.
It's friend day.
Yes, we don't get those very often.
We don't. No. But I appreciate that you took the time out to spend the day with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for including me because you were already going to the fair.
I was.
And you included me. So thank you. I appreciate that. Yes.
Yes. But all right, guys, that is it. That's it for this episode of Carlton's World. And until the next time.
I'll see you next time, guys.
Peace.